Okay, Miss Ambassador, the President of China will be visiting the European Union, he will be visiting Brussels. This is the first ever visit by a Chinese president.
Yes.
Is there a specific reason for this visit, or this is just a visit that happens to happen at this specific moment?
I think this is a very important visit. It is of historical significance. It demonstrates the great importance that both China and the EU attach to their relations. And also, this is a visit taking place at the time when China and the EU embarking on the second decade of their strategic partnership. And also it is taking place against the backdrop of the fast-changing international situation. And also it is taking place against the backdrop of the fact that both China and the EU are in their respective stage of development, which is crucial. So I think the significance is that during the visit, my president will send out very positive, clear signal to Europe, to China, to the rest of the world, that both China and the EU are committed to broadening and deepening our strategic partnership to the benefit of our peoples and to the benefit of peace, stability, and prosperity and progress in the world. So it will be really a new milestone in the relations of China and the EU, and it will provide political guidance to our comprehensive strategic partnership in the coming decade and beyond, and also give further substance to our across-the-board cooperation, especially in the field of investment, economic and trade, science and technology, innovation, urbanization, environment, and so on and so forth. So, and also I think it will give a strong boost to our people-to-people exchange. And of course, the significance also lies in the fact that both China and the EU are important global players. So we also wish to take up this opportunity to further strengthen our communication and coordination and cooperation on major international and regional issues so as to contribute to the maintenance of world peace. Yeah.
So I gather that even if trade is a very important factor in the China-European Union relationships, I think bilateral trade is reaching now 1.3 billion a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it true? Yes.
Yes.
But even so, there are other issues that are equally important and will be discussed during this visit. I wanted to ask you specifically about the question that has arisen with Ukraine, and this is something that European is very much affected by. What is the position of China on that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think during the meetings, the focus of exchange of views will be on how to further deepening our bilateral relations. Of course, we will also use the opportunity to exchange information on our respective latest development, things going on here in Europe and also things going on in China. Certainly, I think the leaders will also exchange views on major international and regional issues. I think on the issue of Crimea or Ukraine, China has expounded its positions on many occasions. We are very much concerned, and we believe, due to the complexity of the things there, we hope all the parties will work out a proper solution through dialogue and consultation and within legal means. And every party should try its very best to de-escalate the situation rather than escalating tensions there. And also China is for international mediation. So Anyway, I think you are close neighbors. I think it will be in the interest of every country to have a good neighborhood rather than have tensions. So I think it's worthwhile to look into the longer term and to look into the common interest. So we wish you well, and also you know our position. China firmly upholds the principle of respecting sovereignty and territorial integrity. So this also holds true on this particular issue.
So I gather that you believe that the current approach, let's say the sanctions and all this kind of approach, is counterproductive?
We never believe that this sort of measures will work, and it eventually will harm the people, and it will not be constructive and helpful. So I think better try the best option, that is the dialogue, political dialogue and consultation, and promote mutual understanding and work out proper solution. We really don't believe economic sanctions will do the job.
Now, coming back to the bilateral relationship between China and the European Union, you yourself have said many times that China can participate and help in the recovery of Europe. In practical terms, how can this happen?
I think, for one thing, according to this China-EU Agenda 2020 for cooperation, we should push forth the negotiation on this comprehensive investment agreement. That is very much on the table now, and I just learned yesterday we concluded the second round of negotiation, which was very productive and constructive. And also I think we need to further push forth our cooperation in science and technology innovation and urbanization, environment protection, energy conservation. I think these are areas where we have converging interests. And I'm encouraged that last year, on the margin of the 16th China-EU summit, there was this urbanization forum, and many people here went to Beijing to attend that forum. I think, and there are many sister relationships set up between various cities and here in China and also in Europe. So that is very encouraging. And also I think we need to also encourage young people, the media, scholars, academics to interact with each other. I think we have some programs set in place, people-to-people exchange, and we really want to broaden that. And in order to help people to be more exposed to China, we are going to set up a China library in the College of Europe. And the other day I went to see this library. It's very beautiful, and we have many books about China. At least the first bunch will be some 10,000 books about China. So that is also very helpful. So I hope that we can have some more projects like this set up in various countries, member countries in Europe, or here in Brussels. And also on the security side, what I can share with you is lately we had this defense dialogue between China and the EU. And also lately we held a joint exercise in the Gulf of Aden, a counter-piracy joint exercise between China and the EU, which is also helpful. I think yesterday I attended a forum on China-EU relations, and there a question was raised on security. Yeah, probably you.
Yes, I was there.
You were there. Yes. I think that what we can do together in the future is that, for instance, there's this ASEAN regional forum, and within that forum, we can have some joint exercise on counter-piracy, and also search and rescue, and also bilaterally between China and EU, we can also conduct some activities along this line. Yes.
This means that there is a change in the position of the Chinese government regarding security. I mean, up to now, China was a little bit, should I call it, shy in order to project power far from its shores. Now
we're not doing this out of the intention of projecting power, but the true story is China was very much engaged in bilateral interactions with other countries. Multilateral exercise was something new, but at the beginning of the 90s, actually, we began to be more engaged in multilateral activities. That's why China was a participant of the ASEAN Regional Forum, and China has become very active participants of this 10+1, ASEAN 10+ China, ASEAN 10+ China, ROK, and Japan, and also ASEAN Regional Forum, ASEM, APEC. So China is very open to this multilateral forum institutions because we believe we live in the intertwined world, and our interests are interconnected. And so it will be helpful that China is engaged in such kind of multilateral venture. And in the final analysis, China is one of the members of the permanent members of the Security Council of the UN. China shoulders the responsibility of in terms of maintenance of peace and security. So China is actually very open. We have come a long way along these multilateral exercises.
So what are we to expect after the president's visit?
I think implementation. So for me, I mean, here in the mission, we will, for instance, conduct these various strategic dialogues. Actually, this high-level people-to-people dialogue will take place in late May. So we will prepare for this dialogue. And also, we will work very hard on this negotiation on investment agreement. And in the meantime, we encourage the EU to look at the possibility of the feasibility study of this FTA between China and the EU. And also, culture-wise, we are conducting more projects, and we'll follow up on this China library, and we encourage people to go there. And also, to have more exchanges between the media as well. So we invite you over to China. Yeah, it will be our pleasure to show you around.
It will be our pleasure too.
Yes.
Your Excellency, thank you very much for
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes.